All right. So I guess we are live at the moment. So yeah, there's that. Decided to play around and do a live session today. Hopefully y'all can hear me very well if anybody pops in. Um see what's going on. Sitting here in the office of Little Face Brewing. Let me start off by saying howdy, folks. It's sjporr at Little Face Brewing. Hope y'all are enjoying your Saturday after Thanksgiving. I know I'm kind of just hanging out here in the bar. So let me check things. What do we have here? And that's on. Well, hello there, Joseph. How you doing? You able to hear me okay? Using this new mic and whatnot. So I wanted to just kind of test and see how things are going. Let me know if you can hear me all right. That would be awesome. I would appreciate it. I can let y'all know what I'm doing here today. I'm going to do a live tasting. I are. Um, Might as well get at it. There's no better time than the present right now. Let's get at it, right? Just kind of scoot you a little bit. There we go. All right, perfect. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate it. So, if you don't know who I am sjporr. I am located here in South Central Pennsylvania. I'm a home brewer. This is my channel. My home brewery is called Little Face Brewing. Little Face Brewing is named after my dog that we had before. He is now passed, but that's where Little Face comes from. Duke. He was a good old boy. He was my brewing partner. So that's the name of Little. That's where Little Face Brewing got its name. So little piece of history there. You can see I got the flour sacks behind me to kind of block the sunlight coming in from the window here to not wash me out quite as bad. And I am definitely new at this. I am definitely new at this. So new at doing live, and I mean I've done lives before, but I feel like I'm rambling right now. So might as well get at it, right? Might as well have a beer. What do you think? Should we have a beer? Joseph, should we have a beer, brother? I'm thinking we should. I'm going to grab a beer. The beer that I am drinking today, I actually, in full disclosure, I had this beer yesterday at Wynridge Farms is right outside of Dallastown, Pennsylvania. They are like an event center, restaurant, brewery, cidery, great food. Beers are really nice. And I saw this on their tap list, and I was like, you know what? I have got to give this thing a try just from the name. So there you have it. No, everything's backwards there, but this is so their branding is Wynridge's branding. Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. I'm all for watching Ohio State get beat. I would agree with you there, my friend. I would agree with you there. So Wynridge has had this brewery for a while, and they actually within the last year or so they rebranded and kind of split the brewing side out from the restaurant. Restaurant is still Wynridge Farms, but their brewery is called Winding Path Brewing Company, which is kind of cool. So they completely changed their branding, like everything. These the beers, the artwork, everything's completely different than what it was before. And I'm not exactly sure. Somebody took over the brewing there, and I wish that I might dig dig into this just a little bit more. I have on the other monitor over here their homepage. So I'd like to know who the brewer is because I'm not sure the name of the brewer. So let's take a look. Windridge Path Brewing Company. So you can go to wynridge.com, and that's WYNDRIDGE.com, and see their webpage, and see what they have to offer. I'm going to see if I can't get a bit of a story. Winding Path Brewing Company. Let's see what they have to say. Year-round offerings. So these are all the different beers that they have. Here we go. Meet our head brewer. So the head brewer here is Irina Wise. She has been brewing professionally for 9 years, since August of 2011. She started out by volunteering a craft brewery on a bottling line while she was still working on her BA in chemistry from Lewis and Clark College in Portland, Oregon. Impressive. Upon completing her degree, she was hired at that same brewery. There, she started cleaning tanks, filling kegs, and worked up to the brewing. Originally from Detroit, Irina decided to return to the East Coast in 2014. She took a job at Victory Brewing and eventually worked her way up to shift manager at their Parksville facility. During which her time with Victory, Irina learned about equipment installation. She also learned how to brew with each new year's crop of malt and hops, agricultural products that vary slightly from harvest to harvest, sometimes having a big effect on the resulting brew. I'm sorry. In 2018, Irina took a hiatus from brewing professionally to become a certified master brewer. She attended a 6-month course at Versuchus and Lustrat for Bayer in Berlin, VLB, where she studied with the most promising up and coming brewmasters from the countries like Ukraine, Greece, Argentina. Topics of study there included the depth analysis of water chemistry, malting, and fermentation, and she finished first in her class. Congratulations to that. Irina joined Wynridge staff in January of 2019. She's excited about developing a contemporary, exciting catalog of beers. She'll use her background in classical German brewing techniques to show just what the brew system can do. Well, I tell you what, Irina Wise, just the fact that you put Boreal Spruce IPA on your tap list at the restaurant, to me, huge props. Huge props to you. This is not a beer for everybody, but if you're a brewer and you're digging brewing and what brewers can do to a beer, this is worth a try. I'm not even joking. I was blown away by this beer at the brewery. Oh no, I have not been able to get my hands on any of the Bourbon County brand stouts by Goose Island yet. Um, but I got time. I got me some connections. um, yeah, Irina, very cool. Wynridge and Winding Path. Thank you very much for putting this particular beer on your tap list. Why don't we crack into this right now and just see what this beer can do? Now, I'm going to be using my Epic Men's Expo glass. This is one of my favorite glasses, and it's mainly because it will hold a full pint. So let's dive in. Pouring very nice. And everybody in the pool. There we go. So I want to go back to the beer itself. Hit my back button. And let's talk a little bit about this Boreal Spruce IPA, shall we? That is a beautiful beer. Take a look at that. Now, my lighting isn't the best. However, it's not a 100% clean beer. It's actually, it reminds me of what a homebrew typically looks like when we pour ours. So it's semi clear. Definitely has a nice, like, burnt orange, almost copper color to it. Poured nice, half a finger ahead with these meat hooks anyway. just sitting there, carbonation streaming up from the glass. So everything looks good on that end. Let's talk about this beer, shall we? Boreal Spruce IPA by Winding Path Brewing Company. A bright, dank IPA with Northwest hops and piney with spruce tips. Availability is from September through December. The ABV on this beer is 7.2%. The hops are Waimea, Simcoe, Centennial, Chinook, and Willamette. The base malt is two-row Munich and caramel. Yeast is an ale yeast, and the adjunct on here is spruce tips. Yeah, hence the name Boreal Spruce. Now, I don't know the origin of the word Boreal, so why don't we look that up? Google Boreal, Boreal. All right. Interesting. Boreal Mountain, California. So now I'm just going to take a guess that that is where this is inspired by. Boreal India Pale Ale. And looking at the label, I would say that this is inspired by the Boreal Mountains out in California. So it looks like Boreal. Oh, wait a minute. Boreal, the first climatic phase of the Blight Seminar sequence of Northern Europe during the Holocene epoch. Boreal climate is a climate characterized. That's interesting. So there's a bunch of different things. So Boreal forest, something from the Yukon and Alaska. I'm going to go with Boreal Mountain. That's what I'm going to go with. Boreal Mountain. I'm going with that. Yeah, why not? Why not? Boreal Mountain. So I'm going to say that that's where the see photos. Shows a big old ski resort, pine mountain, pine trees all over the place. Yeah. I'm going to just say that that's what it's inspired off of. Let's go in for a nose, shall we? Yeah. Right off the bat, even from the crack, and I remember when they brought me the beer at the brewery yesterday, the aroma on this is like, wow, it's super piney. I mean, super piney. Oh boy. So Waimea, I pretty much know Simcoe. Let me get rid of you. And let's look up while we're looking at this. Waimea. Waimea. I think it's written on here as well. Nope, it's not. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Waimea. Waimea. Waimea hops. I'm not as familiar with those hops. So, it's a New Zealand hop. It's a dual purpose hop, which is well suited for big, heavy handed brews. It was developed in New Zealand. Okay. New Zealand Institute for Plant and Food Research and boasts alpha acids of 16 to 19%. Because of the high alpha acids, Waimea works well as a bittering hop for big IPAs. Makes sense. Waimea's aroma is flavored with pleasant balance of fresh citrus, resinous pine. That makes sense. Tangerine, grapefruit, pomelo, and there can also get those aromas off of the dry hop and whirlpool additions. That's a big old hop. That is a big old hop. Simcoe is another big hop. Centennial's decent. Chinook and Centennial together are very good. And Willamette is going to probably be your flavor hop on this one. So you're on bittering with Waimea and Simcoe's, I'm going to guess, and Centennial and Chinook. Um, you're probably coming back and doing some dry hop for aroma on that hop as well. So very cool. Very cool. Let's dive into this beer. We already got a good look on it. It's been sitting here. It's actually not super cold. So it smells like it is so piney. It's crazy. Mm. Yeah. Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy good. So, um, let me check something here. Uh, just checking. There. Um, sorry about that. Squirrel. I'm distracted kind of easily in case you have not noticed. We're 16 minutes into this live stream. I got one person with me. I'm cool. I'm cool. Well, it's showing two people, but I only see one name over there so far. So thank you for whoever else jumped in. Oh, SJ's here drinking a beer. Mm. This beer just makes me smile. My goodness. My goodness indeed. Um, Let me shut my ringer off. There we go. And sorry about that, folks. This is all live. It is live. There's no doubt about that. There we go. Um, it is incredible, absolutely incredible beer. Irina, you've done yourself and other brewers proud by putting a beer like this out on your establishment. This is super piney, super resinous. Um, when I was sitting at the brewery, it was funny because oh, it's super piney, super resinous. I mean, it's like you were out chopping down a pine tree, right? And you got some pine sap on your finger, and you accidentally, got some of that in your mouth. I mean, it is pine. It is super resin. But there's a really nice sweetness that goes to this. So it's got a great backbone. Um, Lehigh Valley, probably about 3 or 4 hours from Lehigh Valley. I am South Central Pennsylvania. I am half an hour due south of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and about a half an hour due north of the Maryland line. So York, Pennsylvania. Holla! South Central, baby. If you were to put a dart in South Central Pennsylvania, chances are it would land in my front yard. Telling you. Mm. You know what? I'm fairly certain that little SJ would approve as well. I mean, I have no doubts in my mind little SJ approves of this beer. And as finicky as little JS is, I'm fairly certain he would approve as well. He's a little more stuck to you know, his raisins. He likes JS likes his stouts and his hearty beers. Little SJ just loves his IPAs, anything with resin, dankness. He loves it. I mean, he's over there just shaking his head. Yeah, 100% agrees with that. This is a 7.2%. My goodness, this is such a good beer. Yeah, so the Munich and Karas, the two-row Munich. The Munich is coming through. That's probably the sweetness, and whatever caramel malt they used, probably maybe like a 60L, something of that nature. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, that's clear. That's a nice clean beer. Now some of the chill haze is going. We're down to about half the glass. Look at that. You can see up through the bottom of it. That's nice. This is a well-crafted beer. I'm not sure if y'all got that off of this, but I'm coming right out and saying this is a really nicely made beer. Irina did a great job. Thank you for brewing this. Thank you for putting this out on your tap list. I mean, it takes courage. I'm not joking around. I mean, to put a beer like this out on your, like, because a lot of folks ain't going to get this beer. Like, it is in your face. I mean, it is. If you like IPAs, if you really dig, IPAs, as not as, just as a drinker, just somebody that's that enjoys the fruits of somebody else's labor, not so much your own. You're going to dig this beer. You're going to appreciate it. As a home brewer, I totally dig this. This is so down my alley. We have a get a hop slam when you go live. Yeah, I should. Yeah, that's another good beer. Hop slams are great. Um, the my nose is I'm starting to clog up a little bit. Anyways, um, the pine and resin in this thing is ridiculous. And that's probably coming from the Waimea and the spruce tips for sure. I don't know how much spruce tips that they put in this. Excuse me, but she really did her thing. I mean, she for real did her thing. So fantastic. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Um, I as a home brewer, I totally appreciate this beer because of the uniqueness of it. If you're just, like, I'll be honest, if you're just, Coors Light drinker, or, something like that, if you're one of these seltzer, folks, good for you. This is not going to be down your road. Um, if you're an IPA drinker, I'm pretty sure you're going to dig this. If you're a brewer, you're totally going to dig this. You're going to be like, what did you do? This is fantastic. That's where I'm at. It just it coats your mouth with resin. It is so cool. It's almost yeah. It is super resin. It is so good. Mm, 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 mm. Well, you know what? Wynridge Farms, Winding Path Brewing Company. Thank you for putting this out in South Central Pennsylvania. I and many others like me appreciate it. If you are in South Central Pennsylvania, please stop by Wynridge Farms, Winding Path Brewing Company, and test their wares. They are putting out some really nice beers, very nice stuff. They've got a bourbon barrel aged stout on right now that's I think 12%. That is ridiculously good. Let me see if because we also have let's see here. He's way Boreal, that's really good. Ooh, Sabro Raku. I had the Callista Vic Secret while I was over there. Very good beer. And that's more of a standard IPA. Very nice. Sunset Lager is a very nice beer as well. Um, that barrel aged stout is really good. It's fantastic. Uh, yeah, very nice. Yesterday we went there, had some lunch. Their food is fantastic. The I had I forget what the wife had. She had salmon and salad, and I can't have salmon. I have a blood disorder. Does not allow me to have that much vitamin K. I will end up having a heart attack if I if I eat salmon, unfortunately. But I had their farmhouse burger, and I had onions and mushrooms and really heavily smoked bacon. Oh, it was so good. It was so incredibly good. And their French fries were good. I don't know what they fried their French fries in, but sometimes you go certain places and their French fries just really aren't the best. They're like, meh. But some places they're using a different kind of oil or something. I'm not sure what it is, but I like the way that they fry them. Plus, I like French fries fried a little bit on the harder side. I don't like them being like super soft on the inside. Who'd have thought that you were going to stop by my channel today, watch me drink a beer, and talk about hamburger and French fries? It's all about entertainment, right? Uh, mm. Well, we're down to that last little bit, down to the final chug. 26 minutes. I'll make sure we're done with this before 30 minutes. I appreciate y'all for stopping in. I appreciate everybody if they watch this. I'll leave it up on my channel for a while. Mm. That right there, I am glad I got 3 more of those up in the garage fridge. I really am. Winding Path Boreal Spruce IPA. If you have an opportunity to grab one of these, I highly suggest doing so. Um, but as for me, that is the end of this live tasting, a little live stream. It's kind of a test run, test this mic out, um, test whether I can talk for 20 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes. Apparently, I can. I have no idea what I said, but I kept at least 3 people entertained, I think, for a couple minutes. All right, folks. Thanks for stopping by. This is sjporr Little Face Brewing. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Brew beer. Brew wonderful beer. Oh, tastes good even in the burp. Cheers.